Hello and good morning. All right, well, I guess it's morning for me. It's 8:51 as you can see up there. All right, today we're going to be graphing and identifying points. So, last class or earlier today, we talked about the different parts of my coordinate plane. In the middle here, this point is called our origin. This horizontal line that goes side to side is called y'all remember? The x axis. The vertical line that goes up and down is the y-axis. This quadrant right here is called quadrant 1. And remember, we use Roman numerals, so 1 is just a big I. Over here we have quadrant 2. So that's 2 I's. Down here we have quadrant 3. And that's 3 lines. And then over here we have quadrant 4. 4 is IV. IV. V is 5, so 1 before 5 is 4. Important that we remember those different spots. All right, let's get into our notes. So, when we are graphing points, they're going to be shown to us like this: x comma y. This is called an ordered pair. An ordered pair. The first number, our x value, is how far to the left or to the right we move. If we go to the right, it's because it's a positive number. Just like on a number line, the right side's positive. If it goes to the left, that's because it's a negative number. So the first number, we go to the right if it's positive, left if it's negative. Our second number in our ordered pair is our y. If it's a positive number, we go up. Just like if we have a vertical number line, positive numbers are up, but we go down if it's a negative number. We go down if it's a negative number. So x, we're always going to start off with first. X is how far left or right. Y is how far up or down. And they have this reminder here. First, the F line goes side to side. We slide side to side first. Second, we go up and down. So there are 3 steps to when we graph. The first is that we always want to start at the origin. We always want to start at that origin, that center point. We're always starting there when we're plotting a point. First, we're going to go horizontally or left or right using the x coordinate. First, we're going side to side. Then we go up or down using the y coordinate. If you've ever heard that song, Juju on That Beat, it goes Juju on that beat, Juju on that beat, Juju on that, Juju on that, Juju on that beat. You gotta slide, pop, hit the folk, don't stop. That's what I think about when I think about graphing. I think I gotta slide and pop. Plot those points, don't stop, A, don't stop, A, don't stop. Graphing on that great. It's another day, Andrea, another day. Focus. We gotta slide and then pop. Slide and go up. So let's take a look at this first example that we have. So the point that they have here is -2, 4. Until I got comfortable with how to graph points, whenever I saw an ordered pair, I would always draw my side to side arrows and then my up and down arrows to remind me that I go side to side first, then up and down. So I would have to go side to side, -2. If it's a -2, do you think we're going to go to the right or are we going to go to the left? Yeah, we're going to go to the left because it's a negative. So we start at the origin. We go 2 spaces left. Again, it's left because it's negative. Then we have a positive 4. Because it's a positive 4, is positive the up direction or down direction? Positive it is up. So we go up 4 spaces. And that's how you plot a point. So let's go over here and let's look at some examples. This time they have the points and we have to tell them what the coordinates are. So we always want to start at our origin. And let's say we want to get to this dot here. We want to get to this dot on the left. Remember with your ordered pairs, what direction do we go first? First we go side to side, and then we're going to go up or down. So to go from my origin to this dot, how many did I go to this side? We went to the side 1, 2 spaces. So my first number in my ordered pair would be 2. How many spaces did we go up or down to get to that point? We didn't go up or down any spaces, did we? So what number do you think we're going to put if we didn't go up or down any spaces? A 0. We did not go up or down, so it's a 0. So we have 2 and 0. And now we need to make it look like an ordered pair. So that means that we need to have parentheses on either side and a comma to separate the numbers. So parentheses on both sides and a comma to separate the numbers, because otherwise it just looks like 20. That's not an ordered pair. Let's look at this dot here. Where do we start at? We started the origin. We started the origin. So now we want to take a look. Again, first, how far left or right do we go? Then how far up or down do we go? We have to go both of those directions. We have to go both those directions. Some people want to try to go like this at an angle, but we can't go at an angle like that to represent coordinates. We have to have a side-to-side value and an up and down value, so this is not correct. That is not correct. So to get to this point, how many spaces did we have to go over? 1, 2. We went over 2 spaces to get to the same level as that dot. Is that going to be a positive 2 or a negative 2? Positive 2. It's going to the right. The right is the positive direction, so that's going to be a positive 2. Now we need to see how far up or down we go to get to our dot. How many spaces did we go up to get to our dot? We went up 1 space. So is that a positive 1 or a negative 1? It's up, so that's a positive 1. It's a positive 1. So our coordinates are 2 and 1. And now we just need to make them look like coordinates. So put your comma in the middle and parentheses around the outsides. Now, I want you to pause the video and see if you can do this bottom one on your own. Pause the video, see if you can do this bottom one on your own. See how far left or right you go, then how far up or down you go. Pause the video, try it on your own. All right. Hopefully you recognized to get to this point, I don't go left or right. I don't. So I have to put in a 0 for left or right because I didn't go left or right anywhere. And then I went down 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. I ended up at negative 4 because I went down 4. So here my coordinate would be 0, -4. Then make sure you add your comma and your parentheses around it. If you have any questions about this, let me know. If you need to pause the video, rewind, see something else again, go for it. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to the next section. Up over here. So up here, it wants us to go through and match the steps to graphing each ordered pair. So we're going to want to be thinking to ourselves, first, are we going to the left or are we going to go to the right? And how do we know? Then, how far up or how far down are we going to go to put our dot? So our first one, we go side to side before we go up and down. So my first number is a -6. So if I go side to side, -6, what would that be? Am I going to the left or to the right 6? I'd be going left 6 because it's negative. I'm going to the left 6 because it's negative. And then am I going to go up 11 or down 11? It's a positive 11, so then we would go up 11. So we go left 6, up 11 to plot that point. Again, over every single ordered pair until you're comfortable doing this, I recommend drawing those arrows. For our next one, +6. So left or right 6? Which way are we going? We're going to the right 6 because it's positive. Positive means we go to the right. And then what about this 11? Where are we going with that 11? Why are we going up 11? Because it's a +11, exactly. +11. Go ahead, pause the video. Try 3 and 4 on your own. Try 3 and 4 on your own, then play the video to see if you got them right. Good luck. So the first one, it's a +11, so that means you go up 11, and a -6, so you go down 6. Negatives mean down or to the left. Positives mean to the right and up. Did you do number 4? If you haven't, pause it and do 4. For the last one, it's a -11, so I go to the left 11, and then -6, so then I go down 6. Down 6. This next section, it says that they want us to X over the ordered pair that does not belong. Then, above each group, type what quadrant or axis the rest of the ordered pairs belong to. So maybe you're one of those people that you're able to see the positives and the negatives and figure out which quadrant they belong in. If that's you, go you. If that is not you, grab a whiteboard, grab a coordinate plane so that you can go through and you can graph these points to help you figure it out. That's what we're going to do as we go through some of this together. All right, so our first ordered pair is -8, 5. What direction are we going to go -8? That's going to be to the left 8. And then 5 is going to be up 5. -2 is going to be what direction? To the left 2. And then 4 is going to be up 4 because it's positive. What's 0, 6 going to be? Are we going to the left or the right 0? We don't go left or right. And then do we go up or down 6? We go up 6. -3, 7. What direction would we go 3, left or to the right? We go to the left because it's negative, or 7 because it's positive. So like I said, if you can just take a look at these coordinates and see which one doesn't belong because of the directions we're going in, awesome. You might be able to see that, oh, hey, that 0, 6, that one doesn't fit. Everything else goes left and up, left and up, left and up. This one just goes up. So that one does not belong. That one does not belong. Or if you want to graph those points, here we have -8. I go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then +5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's my first dot. The second coordinate is -2, 4. So I need to go to the left 2 and then up 4. Left 2, up 4. Our next coordinate was that 0, 6. So I don't go left or right. I just go up 6. And where do we always start from? We always start from the origin. That's our home base. So if I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's that point that doesn't really belong. And then the last one is -3, 7. So I go to the left, 1, 2, 3, and I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these 3 points all go together, but this one, that one doesn't belong. This one doesn't belong. What quadrant are all of these points in? What quadrant is that? Remember, this is quadrant 1. This is 2. Down here is 3. And over here is 4. So what quadrant are all those points in? They're all in quadrant 3. So what I would want to write out on here is that 0, 6 does not belong. And then this is in quadrant 2. Quadrant 2. It doesn't bother me if you like to graph the points or if you can just write the left and the up arrows to figure out which one doesn't work. And then maybe two, you can see if I go left and up, oh, it's going to be in quadrant 2. If that works for you, that works for you. If you want to plot those points, plot those points. I'll do one more example with you, but then I want you to try 7 on your own. Or no, I'll do 7 with you, and then you'll do 6 on your own. Because those zeros get tricky. Those zeros get tricky. Let me erase this real quick. All right. So we're going to do 7 together, then you'll try 6 on your own. So 5, 0. Remember, we go left and right, and then we go up and down. So 5, 0. What direction would I go 5? Left or right? Right, because it's positive. And then how many spaces would I go up or down? I wouldn't. I don't go up or down. Here I have a 0 first. So that means I don't go left or right. And it has -4. What direction would be -4? Down 4. Down 4. Here I have 1, 0. So what direction would I go 1? I go to the right 1 because it's positive. And then 0. Do I go anywhere with 0? No. Then I have -3, 0. What direction would we go -3? We We go to the left 3 because it's negative, and then 0. We don't go anywhere. So let's plot these points and see what happens. So the first one is 5, 0. So I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 0, I don't go anywhere. Let me label this 5, 0. The next point that we did was 0, negative 4. So 0, we don't go anywhere, left or right. We just go down 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 0, 4. Then we have 1, 0. So I go to the right 1 space, and then I don't go up or down. 1, 0. And then the last one was negative 3, 0. So what direction do I go 3? Left, it's negative. And then 0, I don't go up or down. So this is negative 3, 0. So which one of these doesn't belong? This green one down here doesn't belong. All my other points lie on this line. What is this line called? That horizontal axis. That's my x-axis. That horizontal line is my x-axis. So that's where those points lie. The 0, negative 4 did not belong. Everything else was on the x-axis. Go ahead, pause the video, and try 6 on your own. If you need help, come see me. But I want to see that you've at least tried to figure out if things are going left or right and up and down. Try to at least figure out if things are left and right, up and down, and then if you need help, come see me. All right, so here's all those graphs with those points plotted. All of those points graphed. Which one doesn't belong? This 9, negative 1 does not belong. All of these points are in what quadrant? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest of the points belong in the third quadrant. So hopefully on your paper, you crossed out that 9, negative 1, and you wrote quadrant 3 up top. If you need to go back, review those videos, come ask me some questions, please do, please do. Otherwise, we've got one more section. And this last section is where we see something get a little bit tricky. This last session is where we see something get a little bit tricky. So this next bit for 8, 9, and 10, we already did a little bit of it. Up here where we wrote the coordinates for those different points. You're doing the same thing here. They want to see those ordered pairs written out for those 3 different points. I want you to try number 8 on your own. Pause the video, try 8 on your own. So remember, our first number is how far to the left or to the right we go. So here, to get to that point way up there, I had to go to the left 1 space. I went to the left 1 space. Because it's to the left, it needs to be what kind of 1? A negative 1 because it's to the left. And then we went up how many spaces? 2. Is that a positive 2 or a negative 2? Positive because we went up. And then we put our comma in the middle and our parentheses are on the outside. Again, you don't have to draw this. You can't just go through here like that. We can't cut through the middle. Think of it like you're driving a car. You can't drive a car through the middle of the block. You have to go around on the streets. You can't drive through people's houses and their yards. That's not okay. That's not okay. I'm going to have you do 9 and 10 on your own too, but there's something I want to point out. Take a look at number 9. Take a look at number 10. What is different there? What do you notice compared to 8? On 8, my lines go by 1. So there's 1, 2, that would be 3. On 9, what do my lines go by? They go by 2s. So this is like 2, 4, 6. On 10s, what do they go by? My lines go by 10. So this is 10, 20, that would be 30. So that means when I count my lines here, every line needs to be 2. Over here, every line needs to be 10. So again, I'm going to have you plot write down your ordered pairs for each of those points. Let's do 9 together real quick just to make sure that we're good. Where do we always start? We always start at our origin, our home base. So if I need to get down to this dot, first I have to go left and right. So I would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Each jump I count as 2 because each line goes by 2. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that going to be positive or negative 4? Why is it negative 4? Because we went to the left. And then I need to go up or down. I have to go down to get to my point. And again, I'm counting by 2s. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 4 going to be positive or negative? It's negative because we went down. So I put in my parentheses and my comma. That point is negative 4, negative 4. Negative 4, negative 4. Pause the video. Try 10 on your own. Good luck. This coordinate for this point is at 0, 20. 0 because I didn't go left or right. I just stayed there. So for my 0, I just drew a dot to show that I stayed there. But then I went up 10, 20, because each line was going by 10. So that coordinate there is 10, 20. If you need to pause, rewind any of this to take a look at it again, please do. Otherwise, the next thing on your playlist is to come check in with me so that we can see if you have any questions over anything and I can see that you're where you need to be. See you soon.